Alright, I'm gonna be doing this again. This is part 3 of my recent movies on Blu-ray. My recent Blu-rays as of June 2020. You know, I'm not gonna rate the bonus just here or read the cast. I'm just gonna be showing them. Blu-ray specifics are above. Let's do first. Rated PG for thematic material, going accident and medical images. I already used the code on here. And this was in this movie I got for free for registering 5 movies from Sony Awards. So this is also a PG rated film. It's free. Digital digital copy thing not working. It's more comeback. It should be a guilty pleasure. That one's PG for brief language. Non-stop martial arts action and some violence. This is PG-13. Does not live up to the hype of the more combat games. Finish him! Finish her! More comeback. Mr. T said Big Daddy. This is an Amstrad adult feature. Sony. I don't see any bonus features on either disc, but either movie. But I'm pretty sure they have it. A PG-13 for language, including sexual references and nudity. Big Daddy has language and crude humor. Also PG-13. You can already see the color of the movie disc. Anyways. I'm surprised they both have their own disc. I believe this is a Canadian movie, rated PG for rough hockey action, while language to mad comments and smoking. I think it may be a parody movie. Parodies, I think it parodies 300. This is Sparta. This is another vacation part of the vacation series. Also have European Vacation on Blu-ray. The director didn't provide commentary. I thought that one had a commentary, but it was Chevy Chase doing the commentary for that one. He's a diva. He's a Hollywood diva. This movie contains pervasive language, crude sexual content, graphic nudity, and drug use throughout. There's the digital cheat code, but it's already been used, unfortunately. And other Blu-ray hits. For games that are Marshall, Knocked Up, and the 40-year-old version I have on Blu-ray. Katherine Heigl called that movie sexist. You know what I'm talking about. Knocked Up. She made the wrong enemies by calling that movie sexist. And she hadn't found much for it because she got blacklisted for calling that movie sexist. Sneakers 2. That's only the slick cover. Rated R for crude sexual content, including brief graphic nudity and language throughout. Drug use and tea party. This movie's banned in other countries, some other countries. A PG team for violence, disturbing images, and pretty suggestive content. Got moved. Nothing. Norbit. It's got crude sexual humor and some nudity and language. It's a porn disc. The film earned Eddie Murphy 3 Razzies and also earned an Oscar nod for Best Makeup. What was that for? Best Makeup. How did the Academy recognize that? That was an Oscar-worthy part. Face of language, graphic nudity, drug use, sexual content, and violence. I already used the code for this movie. Just this. This is the Ocean's trilogy. Ocean's 11 contains language and sexual content. Ocean's 12, language, brief sensuality on Ocean's 13. They all share the same rating. Yeah, these are a lot of films. Here's the Blu-ray disc for Ocean's 11. My mother has these on DVD, and I have them on Blu-ray. Outer Space. This is the Deathpool subcover. Woohoo! Doing the Beavis and Butthead laugh. Because this is Mike Judge. Rated R for language and brief sexuality. Brief sexuality, I think. Yeah, it's Mike Judge. There was like a funny insult on that one. It was like, this guy is like, there was no problem until this no talent ass clown became famous to start winning Grammys. Yeah. Hey, Only the Brave. APG-13 for dramatic content, sexual references, language, or drug use. Only the Brave here. This got at Best Buy in 2018. Avengers Crisis. It only contains a special feature, rated R for language and some sex, which includes sexual references. I don't see any bonus features on this Blu-ray. It's 120 minutes. This movie's rated R because of language. strong, bloody violence, disturbing images, language, and brief sexual content. Oh, I didn't say you can close. I also have A Quiet Place on Blu-ray. I already showed that one. I have World War Z on Blu-ray as well, but that hasn't been shown yet. RAM. It's got sequences of intense sci-fi action and violence throughout, and it contains brief language. That's the DVD of Pacific Rim. I didn't think I was gonna go through the bonus features again. It's coming short. Actually, this video is actually shorter than I originally was going for. Bloody violence, crude sexual content, nudity, lecture, and drug use. Not an R-rated film. On the first, I think the first movie I redeemed this code. PG-13 for some language, scene, drinking, sexuality, and partial nudity, which involves teens. These are the reasons. Alright, got the code for this movie. You can also check the codes to the US. Paranormal Activities rate R for language. Here's number 2. I have all the other movies on digital. But technically not digital. Blu-ray. This is rated R for some language and brief plot material. I think Paranormal Activity 2 has bonus features on the Blu-ray specifically, not the DVD. There's also a digital copy of the film on the DVD as well. Wait, yeah. Feature stay. Rated R for violence, whose less realistically graphic images and like shots of drug use. Paul Blart Mall Cop contains some violence, crude, and suggestive female language. This is not the only movie that Kevin James starred in that was given the PG treatment. He also Zookeeper. Here Comes the Boom, and the sequel to the second Paul Blart Mall Cop movie. This is Peter Rabbit. It's PG for rude humor and action. No rude action though. This is actually my brother actually bought Peter Rabbit on Blu-ray. And I have the Blu-ray, so he kept the DVD. Special Henri special Henri special edition. Bonus features on here. Rated R for language, pervasive language, drug use, sexual references, and violence. James Franco is on this disc. Yeah, I got a lot of movies on Blu-ray. Got another. The movie, that's all we go. Six is a sci-fi bonds, action, destruction, language, and humor. This movie is rated PG-13 for senses of violence, action, and destruction. There's brief language and crude gestures. Yeah. There's the discs. I got this movies in here. Alright, that's it for that movie. This is Ready Player One. Rated PG-13 for sexes of sci-fi violence, bloody images, suggestive material, partial nudity, and language. I know Simon Pegg's in this one. Also has the Ready Player One novel. The digital HD code of the digital code for this movies are ever used. Also came with a nice cover. APG for brief language and suggestive material. Some brief language. Could have been rated G if it wasn't for the rude humor or language, but whatever. Remember to Titans, rated PG for some language, and it also contains thematic elements. Thematic elements were listed for the language. I think this was the movie I was up to until he directed me. Anyways, movies are PG-13 for sex, violence, sexual contribution language. The code's mine already. Was redeemed. Right along too. Rated PG-13 for sex, violence, sexual content, languages, and direct material. You gotta be kidding me. Rated R. Zombie violence, gore, sexual material, graphic nudity, and language throughout. Sicario. Strong bonds, grisly images, and for language. Ah, Saturday Night Live. These two ladies were in Saturday Night Live. Has crucial content like throughout interviews. This movie was filmed in this town. That was a very surprising fact. Alright, one more movie. Rated R for language throughout. Enjoy content and there's some violence. He has to look. This guy has to look after for his sister because his parents passed away. But anyways, that's the last movies, and I'll see you for our next video.